can get the time when they gonna go to do it, so y'all can catch them in the act. I know.
Who's the target?
One guess.
I mean, Lucci's locked up.
So
how?
I'll just choose that.
Right. Okay. And then the only thing you went to jail for last time was the gun you had in Dunbar Rick. That's it. And what did you tell me about going to jail for 5 years? What did that do?
It did, but it
what did it do?
Still.
And guess what, Woody? What happened the other night when you were on Instagram Live, antagonizing everybody, and you left and went to 656? What happened at that apartment complex 2 hours later?
You seen that shit?
Okay. What do you think? What do you think was the reason for that?
I'm still trying to figure out.
I'll tell you what it was. You on Instagram calling everybody out saying can't offer you anything. Investigator Flores can't offer you anything. We can let the district attorney's office know and down there that you were cooperating.
The information I had, they want to hear it right now.
I mean, we can pass it to them.
I'm saying you can pass it to them. I'm thinking something gonna happen today.
What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Somebody's supposed to get killed tonight.
Who?
You know who.
I don't know who. But who, there's so much going on in the city, I don't know who. You're gonna have to.
Just sit down.
There's so much.
I told y'all enough right there.
Woody, you say that.
But you think about it, people die every day in the city. If you can't be specific so we can do our job and save a life, you can't help yourself unless you say, okay.
I'm just let me tell you something. I've been to the feds.
And what did you tell me about going to the feds?
This is a murder that's about to take place with some very high people. And the stuff that I know right now, you know what I mean, should be able to help me get out of my situation. You know what I mean? I'm not bullshit. You know, last information I gave y'all was right. That I was just choosing that. Right.
You ever just pause and realize that you're a black woman, so you're automatically mad poppin'? I love that for me.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, there's this dude. I don't know. Is we calling him a dude or is he a vermin? Anyway. There's this dude, his name, YSL Lil Woody. He decided that when he went to go speak to the police, he was gonna tell them everything. Okay. Now I want to be clear about something. I am not an advocate at all for criminality. I want it out of our society. I want us to be able to live in the type of, not euphoria, but in the type of society in which there is enough for everyone. There's enough food. There's enough, whatever resource you might need, that's creating an environment where you have to do stealing. Now, with that being said, I do not think that if you are committing crimes with mofos, that you are then supposed to go tell on the mofos that you are committing crimes with. The reason being is, this has very little to do with solving crimes and a lot more to do with character. Okay. Now I want to say this one more time, because I'm about to go in on this mofo. I want to say this one more time, just so we can be clear. I am not an advocate of criminality. Now check this out. The first thing I want y'all to know is this. This dude is offering to set people up for crimes that they aren't even thinking about doing. You see, there's a thing called a snitch. Snitches are terrible, I get you. They go do a crime with you, get caught, and be like, I don't want to go to jail. Send him to jail instead. This is what we did. That's terrible. Then there's a thing called a plant. We heard about a plant first, or at least on this channel. One of the first times we spoke about plants was when we were speaking about CEO Chris. Remember that guy? Treyway? He did a ton of snitching. He's the reason why so many people went to jail, but we have to say it was Tekashi's fault. That's what it is. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Not that Tekashi didn't have something to do with some of these individuals going to jail. And with all due respect, Tekashi was encouraging people to go commit crimes. So, yes, he has a lot to do with this also. Don't get this confused. But CEO Chris were documenting the crimes that he was sending people to go do in furtherance of getting them arrested before the RICO was even enacted. He was helping to create the RICO in real time. Now, the reason why I keep trying to tell y'all, look, I know y'all mad at Tekashi of all those things that he was doing. He was doing them 6ix9ine things, them rat things. You should be more angry at CEO Chris. Reason being is, CEO Chris was literally lining people up for failure. Now, with that being said, that's what this dude is doing. First of all, he's been working with them for 11 whole years. There's no telling how many different crimes he's told on. There's no telling how many people are locked up right now and doing who knows how much time because he decided that he was going to go speak with the police. Now, just so we could be clear, once again, I am not against if you committed the crime. I need people that's out here killing people off the street. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't want people out here dying for no reason. I don't want people out here just shooting their guns haphazardly while we got children walking around. I don't want that. Children, old folk, women, whoever. I don't want people haphazardly jumping out of the whip and spraying the block up. So I'm never going to be an advocate for those guys. But I am going to say this. Some of those blocks might not get sprayed up if not for dudes like this guy. Some of those people might not get murdered if not for dudes like this guy. Some of those innocent civilians who was minding their business might not have been running for their lives if not for dudes like this guy. So just so we can be clear, in that interview, it was a 3-hour long interview. I don't even think they gave him snacks. They didn't even need to give him snacks. Like at some point, he should have just stopped talking and be like, yo, we got to get pizza. He shouldn't have been talking. But you get my point. He was in there for 3 hours with no snacks. I don't even like being at home for 3 hours with no snacks. That don't even make sense in any regard. There is a part of the interview where the lady says to him that he was beefing with some dudes on the internet. And while he was beefing with them on the internet, he decided to get up and leave because he was like, live streaming, talking about you guys is all BANs. And then he gets up and leaves. And after he leaves, the people he was beefing with pull up to the block and spray the block up. Dudes like this gotta go the way of the dinosaur. Look. And this is real talk. When y'all got these guys out here that are so not just emotionally charged, but they basically sociopaths. They have no conscience. When you got these guys out here that got no conscience and y'all love them, okay? The women love them apparently. The streets love them apparently. All of those things that you think is the positive aspects of their personalities that allow for you guys to embrace them are also the reasons in which why they're doing the things that's getting you mofos put in jail. They're doing the things that's getting you mofos shot at, killed, everything else. There's probably some babies that ended up having to run for their life and worse. Because this dude is busy beefing with people on the internet, and then what does he do? He leaves before the actual consequences get there. How is this a thing? How is this a thing? So anyway, dude offers to call up people, get them on the line, and get them to admit to things. I'm going to say this much right here. If you got a dude, and this is real talk, and this is how I feel, and I don't care what nobody say. If you got a dude that's going to be like, yo, hold on, stay on the line. I'm going to call this person, I'm going to say this stuff. And he's just doing that with you, they don't got to be the police. What the hell you think he's going to do when he get jammed up? He might be 35 years old. He don't want to go to jail. He might be 30-something years old. He like, man, I can't do 20 years. What do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna call people up just like Homeboy did or attempted to do. We don't even know if he did it. He might have did it. Get people on the jack. Hold on, this is going somewhere, by the way. Get people on the jack just so they could talk about crimes and they could lock them up later. Now, do y'all remember there was a cell phone that got into a prison? That cell phone went into the prison, and when that cell phone went into the prison, one of the inmates calls Young Thug on said cell phone allegedly, and while they're allegedly on the phone, asks Young Thug, can he go after YFN Lucci? Now, I don't know who that person was. That might have been Woody. What the hell? I don't know. But the point that I'm saying is, that's what these dudes do. They line you up. They know that you want to do something that might be against the law and might be a crime. But they also know it might not be on your mind. You might not even know it's a thing that could be done. So what do? They call you up and they get you to say it. Now, with that being said, that phone that they used were already previously tapped by the government. They had that phone tapped. Now, remember when we were like, yo, they might have been just handing these guys tapped phones, and then they didn't even know the phones were tapped. So then they were using said phones, and then they was getting people on the line, and that's how people was getting caught up. Now just imagine if that's not even the case. Imagine if what really happened was, dude was waiting to get the phone so he can do the thing, and he knew the phone was tapped. Get out of the streets. Get your kids out of the streets. Figure out a way to get your kids in the homes. There's so many different ways to make money nowadays online. There's so many fun things you could do in the home that does not have to deal with going out. Y'all can then make up activities that you can go outside and do. And y'all can do as a family. Because they not playing out here. Copy? They are not playing. There's a lot of people that they're going to lose their kids. And they're going to go and they're going to say, but he was a good boy. And as far as they can tell, he was a good boy. Because they didn't spend enough time with the kid to get to know the kid. Get to know your kids. If you live in the same household with someone, stop focusing on the things that they do that you don't like. Focus on the things that they do that you find admirable. Try to build those traits. Talk to them about their day. Get to know who they are. Because I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people who have kids and they don't even know who that person is. They can tell you what that person does. They can tell you what they like to do. They can tell you their likes and everything, but they can't tell you what makes up the fabric of what they are as a human being. Because people are not spending enough time talking to people in the way that we should talk to people or with people. And instead, they've been spending too much time talking about people. Stop hanging out with people that want to spend the whole time talking about people. If they don't got nothing good to say about a person, you stop them in that conversation and let them know this is not a conversation for me. I'm not that friend. Copy? And if that's not the hint, maybe you just in the wrong circle. Now with that being said, dude did a 3-hour conversation where he's busy snitching on everybody that he could think about. I don't even know why they had him arrested. He might have been in there for nothing. That's one. 2, these dudes that get locked up and then they get sent home dumb quick, none of y'all's worried, none of y'all concerned. Them dudes that get locked up and then all of a sudden they get locked up for the strongest charges you can even think of. But then all of a sudden all of the charges disappear. Nobody's thinking that that's a thing. Nobody's like, how did the gun charges disappear? How did the gun charges disappear? With that being said, put it down in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. Look, man, save the kids. Figure out a way to figure out a way. Stop being selfish and wanting to use all of your time for the things that you like. Do some things that your kids like doing. And then other times, make them do stuff that you like doing. But at the end of the day, we have to figure out a way to save these children. Because at this rate, they're either gonna all half of them are gonna kill themselves or kill each other, and then the other half is gonna become adults and finish it off at that point. Like, comment, subscribes, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.